Hey everybody, it's Carol here. I'm just checking in with everybody to say hi, good evening. I've been working on another journal here, 8 by 5 3/4, I believe. This is the cover. This is cardstock. It's from a Maggie Holmes paper pad called Chasing Dreams. Very old-fashioned, old style. So this is some antique lace. This is some ribbon I got in a swap, which I just love. And I love frilly things. And this, I always do, well, not always, because I do a lot of materials, but this is cardstock. And then this is actually some of the, some antique material that I got at an amazing estate sale. Got all kinds of goodies there, and I'll show you a few of those actually. But in between, I always put a heavy piece of cardstock or a 9 by 12 envelope that I cut to fit. So it just gives it a little bit more weight to it. Doesn't feel so flimsy. So I did that, and I sewed around the edges. Added some really pretty beading. I'm going to kind of come in here so you can see that. Get it in the light. It's at night, so a little harder to see. But the beads change colors. They're like kind of like Aurora Borealis or something. And then I got this. I think was an old tablecloth, and I've just sewed all that on. So sewed that all together. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. Just kind of putting everything together. I got my signatures all set up. I sewed some ribbon on them to kind of give it an antique look. But these are the papers that are in there. So they're really pretty. I'm still waiting on the arm for my camera. So again, doing this one-handed. This is from, I got this at a like a antique store. It was in a paper pad, and it was $3. And the paper pad, let me see if I can get it out here, my one-handedness. I've got all kinds of stuff in it. But this was it. It's called Flowers Designed to Copy. Look at that, $3. And it said in here that it was okay to use these for your own purposes. They're not out of copyright, but there was a disclaimer in there that it could be used. So I was real happy about that because there was just all kinds of beautiful prints. So very glad to have seen that. This is a piece of handcrafted paper. So I just, if you get to know me, you know I just kind of do my own thing, and one day it might be boho, one day it might be shabby chic, one day it might be something very simple. Sometimes I'm jazzing it up to the max, so you just never know. So, but I just look at the papers in this pad. It's absolutely stunning, and they're very, this is a piece of vellum. This is a piece of coffee dyed vellum. I love the crinkle in it. Can you hear that? That's a pretty sound. There's the butterflies. So I've got kind of everything together as far as that. Still working out here. See, one-handed. My gosh, it's a good thing I'm left-handed. So I got that done. That's one signature. And let me back up here a little bit. And then this is the other signature. So now I've just got to work on doing the embellies. I got some buttons here I want to use. This came from that estate sale. It was like a, excuse my hand. It was like a tablecloth and had all these little squares, and I just cut them out. They're different designs. Are these just not so cute? Won't those make the cutest pockets ever? There's like 2 pieces of tablecloth, and there's like probably about 20 different squares, which I'm not going to put 20 squares in my journal. That's a lot. So, but I cut some of them out because I just thought they were terrific. Y'all, when you sew, do you get threads everywhere? Because I do. I get threads everywhere. So squirrel there. Here's some of my embellies that I've done. Now I like to play. I like to play with paper. One of my favorite things. So, and there's this. There's a tag in the tag. And then I just backed it with some of that handcrafted paper and added a little material at the bottom. That's one. Here is a folder that I did and turned it into a pocket. And this is actually like a jelly. Let me get closer where you can see. It's got like a little flower inside of it. I don't even know where I found that. And then the back, just a couple cards, and I put on there. And then there is a, oh, hold on, I gotta get out of here. There's a little Rolodex card, coffee dyed, and I sewed around it. Oh, I can't really see it. There we go. And I sewed around it. Loving greeting, and I like the little horseshoe and the flowers. This was, good grief. That was one of the pictures that was in that magazine that I cut out. There's a ton. I mean, luckily, you know, I scanned them all. Okay, I gotta put this back in. I scanned them all so that I would have them forever. Okay, so that's another one. Okay, oop, back up here. Probably killing y'all. Here's another folder I did. That's the back of it. That is some parchment paper that I dyed with food coloring, and it just came out all speckled. Thought it was so pretty. Sewed across it. Did some different ribbons on here and stuff. So that's the front. And then there's the back. There's some other scrapbook paper I had. Put the word hope on there. And then inside here is just, it's just, I'm so sorry people. I've got to get that arm. I wish it would get here so that I don't have to do this to y'all's eyes all the time. It's just a little booklet. Just took some pretty scrapbook paper and made a little booklet. And I have staples, and they're all different colors. Can you see? They're pink. I've got pink ones and green ones and blue ones, which is kind of fun. Here is a tag I did with actually one of those pictures from a different book, Unto the Perfect Day. I believe those are zinnias, if I know my flowers, which I kind of do, kind of doubt. And I just, here's a tag, and I just sewed on a tag and put the little kitty. He was in there. There's probably 200 different little pictures in this, in that magazine. And I have this card, and that's coffee dyed. And it's got plenty of journaling on the back. Just put it all on an envelope there. Okay. Am I killing y'all? Now this, let me get it out of the light because it's reflecting. This is an envelope that I got somewhere. You can see it's an envelope. I actually took it apart. It was put together. So I got my X-Acto knife, took it apart, and then I put the paper in there, this blue paper, with a couple of strings I didn't notice till I glued it back together. So that's just how it's going to be. I'm going to roll with that. And that's another one of those cutouts. So they're kind of in there permanently in this little envelope, which I just love. Because this paper just is so very chasing dreams. And it's there's one cute one, I think it's in here, where it's a little girl. And she's chasing her dreams. Oh, here we go. See, she's chasing the bunny rabbits and the peacocks, and just love it. They're very kind of old, antique-y looking. Here's another card that I made. That's another picture from that pad, that bird. Thought he was pretty impressive. And then I just backed it with some antique lace that I had. I guess that's not really lace. That's more like eyelet. You know, I'm not always good with the names, but it looked pretty good on there. So that's an index card. And I love this one. This is the corner is Martha Stewart. It's a Martha Stewart punch that I have. And let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. And I just put some lace, some material. That's another picture, the birds. Added the button and the word believe. I just love this paper. Is so pretty. Look at the inside. I mean, look at that. Is that not gorgeous? That's one of the pieces of the pad, and I just punched the corners. This is so pretty. I almost want to keep it. And this one is just pretty simple. Just a piece of paper that I had with the two little boys. They just look, you know, they have that old-timey look, and just added some ribbon down the side, and then just glued a piece of paper on the back. And so over here, let's see, I haven't even worked on these. This is a piece of antique. It came like this, but I just think it'll look so pretty. Either there on the yellow, well, you can't see, sorry, there on the yellow or somewhere else on yellow or blue. Looks good on the blue too. There I go again. Just little pieces of ribbon. This is really cute. Looks like little suns. And I can't tell what that is. I can't tell if it's a bee or a monkey or just a flower. I don't do good. This is really antique. This piece here is very antique. Matter of fact, I have to be real careful so that this doesn't tear. It's so well worn, but it is just beautiful. So I like to add little pieces in my journals. Here's another piece of old, I guess, eyelet. Came off of something somewhere. Some more lace. Oh, I need to back up. Sorry guys, I have got to get this together and get my get that arm thing so I can video. This is just some vellum paper that I have. I get a lot of my like regular. This is just some of the papers that I can make little booklets with that were left over. Back it up, Carol. These are just little die cuts that I'm going to use in here somewhere. I think these are Crafter's Companion dies. I think this is Tattered Lace die. Not sure. This is Tattered Lace. And here's got some daffodils. Here's another one from Crafter's Companion. So I'll put those in there somewhere. You know, I'm just kind of all pulling it all together right now. And then I found some old paper. Oh goodness, everything's falling apart over here. You can't see that. These are just old papers that I might use in here that I've had, just little, you know, leftovers, some words. I love that. I haven't decided I might take that for my farm journal. Here's a piece of that blue. That. So, you know, I'm just, here's some more of these little cutouts. They are time consuming to cut out, but they're so worth it. Look, aren't they cute? Aren't they just cute? The little boy and girl. They'll definitely be in there. Just cut out a piece of lace. So I'm just kind of giving you an idea of kind of what I'm working on right now. Isn't that pretty? Squirrel. Good grief. I never can stay focused on one thing. I hope y'all can live with me, because, you know, I'm just like that. I'm kind of all over the place, but having fun. And I so enjoy doing journals, and I've been able to learn from so many amazing people. I haven't learned how to add links yet, so I would if I could, but a couple great people to watch are Gail Gostinelli, and she has a Etsy shop, Cinnamon Tea. And you can, her YouTube is Gail Gostinelli. And then Lindsay Zenor awesome teacher and great about sharing her crafts and stuff. Pretty much everybody is. And Lindsay has a Etsy. Well, she used to have Etsy. Now she has her YouTube, and it's Nevermore Creations 17. She has amazing, amazing digitals that are really inexpensive to buy. I've bought probably 3 or 4 of them already, and they print out great. They're beautiful, and so does Gail. Has some great stuff. Just check them out. Check them out on YouTube. You'll be really glad you did. And please subscribe and like if you want to. For me, I'm new at this, and I hope to meet a whole lot of people doing this. So if you feel like leaving a comment, leave a comment. And I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. And thank you for putting up with my crazy videos until I get that thingy from my phone. I call everything a thingy. That's just how I roll. So have a good evening. Bye.